Hi guys, welcome to this broiling hot tropical paradise that I've brought you to today. And the reason that I've brought you here is to do with secondary elements. Now, secondary elements were added in Atlas Rises, and what they are is a little bit extra you get when you mine something out. So, if we have a look, we have trees. If we scan the trees, you'll see on the left hand side it gives you a little description, and it says primary element, which of course is carbon, and secondary element, which is copperite in this case. And if we have a look at the next one, same things, carbon is the primary element and mortite is the secondary element. So copperite and mortite you can gather from animals. Copperite you feed the animals and they poop little red diamonds and you go and collect the copperite from there. Mortite you have to kill the animals and the elements added to your inventory. So I personally would rather mine a tree than go around picking up animal poop. So let's have a look. That's the mortite tree. That's the nitrate tree. There we go. So we're going to get 72 carbon and 13 copperite, which is actually more than you would get in the majority of cases when you pick up poop for an awful lot less effort. Mortite, again, let's find that one out. And again, for a probably about average, maybe a little less than you would get. Obviously, mortite and copperite you can grow them yourself if you have the NPC Farmer blueprint. It does take quite a while though, and you do need copperite and mortite to actually plant the flower in the first place. Copperite you can make lubricant out of, which you can make into living glass, which you can sell. It's worth quite a bit. And mortite though you can use to make acid, which in turn you use to make explosives, which can be sold for an absolute fortune, especially if you get into a system which is full of conflict. So sulfurine, that is an atmospheric gas. Nitrogen, also a compressed atmospheric gas. They are used in some construction. Nitrogen is used to make ammonium salt, and sulfurine is used to make thermic condensate. And there were some radon trees as well. Radon's quite a common one to get with trees, but actually I can't find it. I don't know where it's gone. Radon is used to make enriched carbon. You can also build an atmospheric harvester if you complete the Science Quest terminal, and you can set that off, build it, and it'll harvest the atmospheric gases on the planet. So our next one is these cave rocks here. They are found in just about every single cave system. These ones have a secondary element of copper, which is normally found in great big nodules on planets. But that's quite unusual to find it in a rock formation. Now, I'm slightly disorientated now because I can't see where I'm going. Let's put a torch on. That doesn't really help. Now there was another rock around here, which we need to have a look at, which is this one, which its primary element again is iron, but this time it's gold for a secondary element, which is really valuable. Gold is good. We can see the gold colour coming through when we mine the elements, so you got 9 out of that, which is probably about right for the size of the rock. There was also, oh hang on, oh dear, I haven't got any shielding shards left. Let's just top those up quickly. Around here there's another neutral element that is worth quite a lot in this tiny little rock down here. And we've got some emerald as well. So all of these things, you generally wouldn't find them all together on one planet. And we got one emerald. One's better than nothing. And there we have some chrysonite here as well. So even the chrysonite has a secondary element, which is quite unusual. That's iridium. Plutonium, that has some thallium in it, which is pretty common, to be fair. Now, I did have some titanium around here as well, which had the secondary element of zinc in it, which is unusual for titanium to have. And if we can find a cave system, because there was one round here somewhere. It's a little bit difficult not to get lost in this weather. So if we can't find one, I'll try and describe it as we're hunting it down. So, in the cave systems, you'll find all sorts of weird and wonderful rock formations. Oh, there's some aluminium. That's pretty. And you'll find one that generally shows itself. Oh, more aluminium. So pretty. Distracted by the pretty shiny. That looks, sorry, that looks a little bit like an eye. So you have these here. These are usually made of diatrium, and it kind of swirls around a bit. It's a big circle thing. I'm not describing this particularly well. And it's made of iron. You get quite a lot of iron out of it. There's some made of nickel there, and of course I can't find one now. This is one down there. And that actually had aluminium as a secondary element, which I've never ever seen that before. So, there we go. That's a rather quick tour around some secondary elements. We'll have a quick glance down here. There's some thallium, which has just thallium in it. Giant mushrooms, they're also made of copperite. And let's have a quick look down here. Nope, we're not going to come across one right now. So there we go, and the moral of this story is next time you see a tree, it might not just be a tree, or any of the rocks. They do, most of the time they will just be rocks. There'll be nothing there apart from a little bit of iron, maybe a little bit of platinum if you're lucky. But if you're lucky, you might come across some emerald or gold, or possibly even something more valuable. We'll keep exploring this planet to see if there is any precious elements hidden away in the rocks. It's definitely something I've not come across before, but it's definitely worth trying to hunt down. That certainly would be something to find. Okay guys, bye for now.